Sup, my name is Ryu for the Council Network. Welcome to the Gaming Corner, where we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct that pretty much just happened. And I'm joined with the one, the only, the man, the unknown, the Pokemon lover. PokeCraft91, how you doing? Alright, so let's talk about the big highlights of this Direct right off the bat. That's exactly what we're talking about. I was in the other room, and I had my mic muted, and I see the reveal. I'm like watching it on my phone, and I hear this guy here going, "Wah, wah, wah, wah." Yeah, yeah. Now, no, I don't mean to cut you off. We're 2 minutes after when we're filming this. We're 2 minutes after the Direct. You understand that this means a Cloud Amiibo is confirmed at this point. Yeah, bro, I'll probably buy 2 of them. I don't even know where to go next. So, we have a female Link. She should be canon, but how she is, we don't know yet. But I'm pretty sure this character is going to take off and become its own thing, and then may end up becoming a side game, which I would love. I wanted to make the joke that for every time someone mistakenly called... Exactly. Yeah, Lincoln now. Well, after like what? After like what is it? Like 20 something, 25 years? We blame you, Lindsey Sterling. We blame you, and you only... No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's break down the Pokemon stuff with Pokemon Tekken first, or Poke-Ekin, or Pokin. Sorry, Pokin. I'm just like, We're basically getting it right off the bat. Once you pre-order the game, it's pretty much set in there, kind of thing. It gives me hope for where they were taking the franchise in the future. I think you and I both agreed. Times look dark for Nintendo, but after this and all the hype both of us have, and I wouldn't say that we're Nintendo fanboys to that extent, but we do love Nintendo, and we do call them out. Let's be honest, we do call them out for their shit. But this just blew everyone away. Honestly. Nintendo's like, hey, we know that, you're thinking we're gonna make a red, blue, and a yellow remake, so here's what you wanted. And the fact that we could trade Pokemon now, That's what I was saying, but like my only downside is exactly what you just said, that we can't bring them into the new generation. But what would make sense is like once we get to Gen 7, that they allow it to happen. That would just be amazing of a thing to actually... Yeah, but what I'm saying is like bring back, like do a throwback in Gen 7 to all the Gen 1 stuff. As we were saying, we are recording. As we were saying there, I had to take a breather. We are getting the old Pokemon games back. Technically, we did. It was called Leaf Green, but I understand what you're saying. Can we confirm now that to all the new players who were just getting into anything before Gen 1, that Bulbasaur is the greatest starter in that whole generation? He really was. It's like you go out, you get your Bulbasaur, you get your Arcanine set up, you get your Starmie, you're set. There's your 3. Because Psychics are OP in that whole Gen 1. Ninetales was OP. Okay, so fuck Arcanine, Ninetales, go. Anyways, getting off the Pokemon. Leave it for the Pokemon Council, Jonathan. Stop it. Someone's on too much Pokemon hype. So, we talked about Cloud, we talked about Lincoln. We talked about that's a good one. We talked about the Pokemon remix. Super Mario Maker's getting a mobile device that allows you to choose like what maps you want, and then you can go home and play them. That's not exactly what I wanted to talk about, what I was going to point the fingers to. No, since Nintendo is pushing on the mobile market a hell of a lot more, I'm starting to believe that their mobile stuff will be incorporated into their 3DS and the Wii U all together. I was more figuring it would just be its own standalone thing, but I'm actually glad it's not. Splatoon. Amazing game. I'll be honest. I have not touched my Wii U since going back to my lovely Xbox and everything. But I may have to go back to the Wii U tonight. I may have to cheat on it. Yeah, and like Halo and stuff. But Nintendo, stop it. Just stop it. Let's talk about another big one. Final Fantasy Explorers. And we could play online. Doesn't have to be locally. Me and him, one of us is in New York, the other's in Louisiana. So they're stepping up their game. They're definitely stepping up their game. There is one thing I want to go back to the Lincoln thing real quick. I wonder if one day in the long distance from now we'll get some sort of like Wind Waker-esque kind of game. You know how like you have the small Link in that style, and we get Lincoln there. Like we'll be able to tune Lincoln. Yep. That would. Bravely the Second, you're hyped about this game. Dragon Quest 7 and 8. Basically, if you're a fan of JRPGs, it's time to get on the Nintendo hype train and just ride it with everyone. Gold Mega Man. I can't even talk right. I'm just like so hyped right now. In a Mega Man collection. It's just like. I'll be honest, I haven't bought them on the eShop because my 3DS runs out of room, and it's like. Battletoad, Dark Souls, kind of hard. They're up there. Let's talk about this then. Since we were talking about that, I hope for the future, coming off this, that we get a correct me on the name, Star Force Mega Man. It was the Battle Network one. The Battle Network. There we go. I hope we get a Battle Network collection. I would just give anything for that. Oh my god, it'd be so perfect. So damn perfect. The one thing I do have to go back to again with you is the fact that no one saw Cloud coming. There was no leak. Like with I voted for Tom Nook. Yeah. But the thing that like surprises me about the announcement is it wasn't spoiled. There was no indication. We knew sooner or later they were going to announce one, but there was no indication whatsoever. And just to come like left field and go, "Here's Cloud." And it's like right around the time when, you know, Final Fantasy VII HD remake has been announced. And I'm starting to believe, and I know we talked about this why it was happening. I'm starting to believe that Nintendo wants to sell him as a standalone character for one other reason besides obviously the fans wanting him in Smash. I'm starting to believe, let me say this. I'm starting to believe, call me nuts. I'm starting to believe that Nintendo, if they sell enough of him on the Wii U and the 3DS, they get to go pretty much over to Square Enix, and say, my head's going all over the place. Square Enix, and go, hey, guess what? You don't believe in the Wii, but our fans do, and they love Final Fantasy. So what is it going to take to get Final Fantasy on the Wii U or the NX? Yeah, and I'm starting to really, especially at this reveal, I'm starting really to fucking believe it's going to happen. I mean, we are getting another Final Fantasy on the 3DS, so... yeah. Alright. The bundle. I just want to touch upon it. They mentioned it for Black Friday. For anyone who doesn't own a Wii U, it's a good time. 2 of the best games on the system. No, it's $300 now. So I'm guessing it's going to be like $250 on Black Friday. And Xenoblade is coming out like a few days after Black Friday, so it's like... no, excuse me. So let's talk about that Fire Emblem Collector's Edition. I'm not a fan of Fire Emblem, but it is gorgeous. I know we're forgetting 2 things that I just want to quickly jump into. One being The Legend of Zelda Twilight HD, which I heard your reaction plenty of times. We're going to get to that. And Star Fox. Star Fox has me fangazzing about it. And beyond just Star Fox, which is a game we've both been waiting for, this is the one thing I really want to talk about, is this Twilight Princess HD Amiibo bundle, which comes out March 4th. HD remake, yeah. And with the Wii U, it's going to help push it even further. Knowing Nintendo, it'll be built from the ground up. There'll be new sections. I never got the chance to finish it, so I'm definitely gonna, don't spoil that. I'm definitely gonna go back and play it. Like to be fair, I've never finished Wind Waker until the HD version, so I like these things. The one thing I want to finish this video off on, is the fact that they said the Link Amiibo will carry stuff over to the next Zelda game that's due out for the Wii, well, the Wii U. That's exactly what I'm wondering. Like, I don't know. Like, I really just, part of me wants to go in not knowing, and part of me wants to figure it all out. It's kind of the problem I've always had on this channel when I'm talking about anything. Fair enough. I'm gonna go out there on a limb and say that besides the save data that it carries over, it's going to allow you to probably go into a different section of the game and allow you to become Wolf Link again. I'm going to be that guy who says it. Let's end the video off by saying this much. Besides Cloud, because now we could pretty much say, unless it's Uncharted or Halo, anything is possible coming over to Smash. What would be your next guess for the next DLC character, if there was to be another DLC character? Okay, which one do you believe who you think would pop up next? I was voting for Shovel Knight for quite a while. I'm gonna go out there and say something so absurd when it comes to it. I'm going to say, it was on the tip of my tongue, now I forgot. No, not Goku. I don't think, I think Goku's too far out there. I think, in all honesty, if we look at, like, no, what I'm saying is, like, if we look at everything on here, right? Every one of these guys comes from a video game. No, Super Nintendo, way back when. Yeah, Super Nintendo. This is a tricky one. I honest to God wanted to say Banjo-Kazooie, but I feel it's too far out there because Microsoft owns them. Exactly. I'm gonna. Because the guys from Microsoft, as much shit as the community gives them, they're great guys at the end of the day who just want to see games go. So I'm actually gonna technically cheat here and say Banjo-Kazooie if Microsoft would allow it, because there's a giant CEO. Yeah, and then my final pick would be Solid Snake. exactly. So it's just like, you know, I could see him coming back, or Ice Climbers, but Ice Climbers, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I, I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this on the Council Network. Come back next week for another gaming corner, and we will see you then. Peace.